we will see in this video how to use the Gantt layout in the P6 visualizer. So we will go to the plus sign as we saw in the previous video, and we will click here on Gantt. Then you can select your project. So we will choose from ENC this harbor point, and then you select on the arrow. You click next. So as we said before, you have three options: either create a new from scratch, or create new from existing, or open from existing. So now we will create new from scratch for the tutorial. And we will click on options. You can click on draw, it will show you the default options, then you can change the options. So let's try the draw option. And as you can see, it's not well represented. You can see here it's a huge scrolling to the right and left, so you cannot like print it in a sheet. So what we will do, we will go to the options, and it will have very similar options to the TSLD in the previous video. So it will have time scale, bars and labels. The only difference is the chart and the grid. So as you can see here, the activity ID, it's in column 1, row 1. Excuse me. And the activity name, it's in column 1, row 2. Then you have the start in column 2, row 1, and the finish in column 2, row 2. So if we go here, we will see, so the activity ID, it's in column 1, row 1. Then the activity name is under it. So it's in column 1, but row 2. So this is a good option in the Gantt layout in Visualizer. You can group like two information in the same column. So if you want to change this one, if you want only 4 columns, what you can do, we will make this column 4, and it will be row 1. And this will be column 3 and row 1, and this will be, you double click on it, and either you can type column 2, or you can move with this arrow. So column 2, row 1. If we go now, we can see that there are 4 columns now. It's not like under each other. So it depends on the space you have, it depends on the information of your schedule, on what the client needs. And for each one, you can change the font, the size, the color. And you can either wrap text or you can remove it. So here it's wrap text, maximum number of lines is 2. Then you have the row option. So also here you can remove you can keep only the Gantt, you can keep only the grid, or both of them. In the row option, you can use only one color for all rows, or the default option is alternating row colors. And for the header, you can also change the size. It depends also. So if we make it 24, we can see now the header is big. And for example, if the activity name you want to remove wrap text, you can see it's expanded now, but it will take more space. Or if you click on activity name, wrap text, and maximum number of lines is 3. So save and draw. You can see it's wrapped now. And even you can change the size of the column, like you can expand it little. So when you change this one, here it will be changed. Like initially it was 100, now it's 119. So if you type here, for example, 200, then you can see it's all double the size, the width. So we will keep it 120 for now. And for the time scale, we will put 1 month before, because this is a 4 years schedule, and 1 month after the finish, or we will make it actually 3 months. And we will keep only the year and the month. So we can save and draw now. So for example, now we will group them as per WPS, as we saw before. So you write here, you click here, go back to WPS, double click, and it will, if we see now, it will group them automatically. So you can minimize if you want to see only the main levels. So this will give you a summary. Like here, there is different colors. And you can change this summary, as we will see now in a few minutes. But what we will do, we will put the activity name in the beginning, so the subject here of the WBS will be shown. So what we will do, we will go here and we will change this one to 2, and the activity name will be in the column 1. So if we save and draw now, this is the project title, Harbor Point Assisted Living Center. Then here you can see the WBS is a smaller font, so if we want to increase the size of this font, we will go to Options, Group and Sort, and the WBS level 3, it's 12 points, so if you click on it, you can make it, so we will make this one 20, and this one 60, 18, and this one 16. You can see now it's already bigger. And if we want, for example, the activity name to change the size of the font of activity name, we go to Chart and Grid, we click on activity name, and we will make it 12 or 14. We can see now it's bigger. And you can decrease the width of these columns. And we will remove the month because it's still big, so we will keep only the year, as we are interested only in the summary. So we will go to Options and the page setup. So we want only number of horizontal sheets 1. We will keep it each sheet, but we will reduce the margins to 0.5 inch. And we will show the header on all pages and show section borders. And instead of this one, we will choose data date. We will delete this one, and we will make it only 10. And for the footer, only we will show it on the first page. So save and draw. Let's first also change the page. We said number 1, okay. Title block, and the spacing we will reduce it to 5. So if we click on print to preview now, let's see how it looks. It will tell you how many pages here. So so it's still a lot of horizontal. So what we will do, we will go to options and we will make it A3, and this time we will minimize so building 2, and here nothing, only this level. So let me show you now how to change this one, the summary bars. We go to bars and labels, you go to summary, then the labels if you actually the bars if you want. So when you click, you have the start endpoint, the finish endpoint. So on the bar, if you want to change the border and the fill, so first properties, current summary, okay, and then row 1, okay, vertical alignment center, we will make it. It will be all center. Then see, now it's coming center here, and we will make it, for example, the fill, it will be this color. You can see now the color is changed, and the shape, you can increase the height, and let's make it 14 for now. And for example, if you want to add some data here, you can click here, for example, and you will add anything you want. So let's, for example, write duration, and you want to add the remaining duration. So when you click save and draw now, you can see this is changed, and here's the remaining duration in hours. And here it can show you complete building, substantial completion, all TCO. So this one, complete building 1. So if you want to change the start endpoint and the finish endpoint, you go to summary, bars view, then you click here, and for example, you want to change the shape, so it will be center, 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 we will make it, and the fill, let's make it green, for example. You can see it's green now. We will make it a darker green. And you can change the shape. So let's say you need this one. You can see it's changed, and you can increase the height as you wish. The same, it can be done for the endpoint. So for example, you want this shape, but you want it also center, and you want the height to be increased. The fill will be, for example, brown color or orange. Let's choose the blue. So the start end point was 22, the finish end point is 22. So if we click save and draw now, you can see how it's changed. So when you minimize this one, and then you click on print preview, you can see. So let's say you need to print it. So what you can do, you can click on this printer icon, and you want to save it as PDF, you click on Preferences. Then instead of letter, you put A3, so a bigger size sheet. Then you click OK, and you click on Print. So this one, you save it, tutorial, Gantt. You can see it came into one page sheet actually, and it will show you here the footer with what each line means. So this is the summary. So this is a brief tutorial for how to change the Gantt layout in Visualizer.